Zayn Malik. I ain't no rapper, I'm a revolutionary. Yeah, revolution is like the air we breathe, man. That's all there is to it, man. Shit, you wake up and change your clothes, you feel me? You wake up and change your mind or something like that. That's all it is. It's about change. You know what I'm saying? Anything that ain't changing is dead, you feel me? So you either dying or you living, or you growing. What you doing, homie? Africa was the beginning of the universe, you know what I mean? Who can't relate to Africa? Who can't relate to struggle, the overcoming struggle, you feel me? The whole story of the underdog, I feel like, was about us. And the whole thing about being a general, as I portray it to the people, you know, I try to represent a leader that they can be also, not a leader that they can follow, you feel what I'm saying? There's a big difference. Yeah, I'm a father of two boys, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a friend, I'm a comrade. You know, I'm a king over myself. My partner Stick Man, he be like, I'm a king, not over nobody else. I'm a king, because I rule over myself. Political prisoners. I just want people to know out there that we got people that's behind enemy lines right now. You know what I'm saying? That basically roll for us. They right there right now for us. You know what I mean? And so we got to keep them in our minds and keep them in our hearts and keep them in our prayers and keep pushing their names. I'm hard on myself first and foremost. And then when you see me doing it, I show you how to do it. You feel me? By me doing it, you see how to do it. I ain't no different than you, man. I don't expect everybody to be on this RBG like I'm on it, but I definitely expect you to take care of your family and take care of your surrounding community, you know what I mean? And be responsible for the people that fuck with you. See what I'm saying? If people fuck with you, man, fuck with them back, man. Be responsible for them folks, and don't be like, shit, I'm just doing something just because that's all I know. Nah, man, we past that, man. We in a different place in history, you know what I mean? Can't keep using the same excuses. And we really ain't got no choice, man. It's like, if you ain't gonna ride, then go home and sit down somewhere, you know what I mean? It's cool. Just go have a seat and step out the way of the real riders, you feel me? Salute that. Uncle Job Snap, who up on Black Power family? What's going on? What's going down? How are you? You already know this is your brother Nguvo. Now you see R&M. Tune in to another episode of that good old R&M RBG TV family. Hey, and you know we keeps it G. You dig? Just talking to the common sense people, you know what I mean? With some common sense. Dealing with the common issues. Seeking common solutions. You understand? How we gonna do it? How do we do it this weekend, this past weekend, which is a catalyst to how we can always do it from that point on? It's with black love. You know why? Because black love is a cure for the black nation. So let's get it. No time to be wasting. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? As you all know, this past weekend, August 21st through the 23rd, was RBG Weekend 2015. This was the fourth annual. This was the fourth one. And this was my particular first one. This was my first one. You know what I mean? And all I got to say about the joint was, if you wasn't there, hot damn, you just missed out on everything. So, you know what I mean?
by all means, take the opportunity if you haven't seen the footage or whatever. Go back in the channel, RBG TV. You already know we keep it G. Check out the clips that I put up. You know what I mean? I got a 2-part episode from the weekend dealing with the cookout function and the mingling with like minds, things of that sort. And let me just say it like this: before I even get into today, before I even get into it, I honestly, I want to send a big Black Power shout out to the QC RBGs, man. You understand? Rock, Misty, you know what I mean? Unaga, Aria, Cigar, Musa, Quan, Tori, Netpat. I gotta shout y'all out, man. Really and truly, I gotta shout y'all out big, man. Because if it wasn't for QC, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. If it was not for the QC RBGs, man, me and my fiance, my wife Tara, man, we would have been, let's just say, assed out, straight up and down. We would have been assed out. But they came through. They was guided by the ancestors and the Creator. They was guided. They was protected to guide and protect us. Therefore, we were guided and protected as one, together. And that shit was beautiful. When I mean to tell you, everything worked out completely to the letter, the way that the atmosphere was designed for it to work out, the way that the Creator designed it to work out, the way that the ancestors provided that protection and that guidance so the shit could work out, it worked out to the letter. Because when I say me and my queen was being faced with obstacles from the time we left the door of our own house, our own crib, Friday going down to Texas, we were faced with obstacles. Bow, 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 one after another. No bullshit. And when I say we almost didn't make it, QC made it happen that we did make it. QC made it happen that we was all good. QC made it happen that we was all in together now, like I always say. So I gotta give them a big Black Power shout out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I had to put that out there first and foremost. Secondly, I guess we can get into it. This is just another moment in time with Brother Nguvo. Nothing too serious, nothing too severe. Just me giving my feedback over the weekend. Now, we came into town. My first time in Texas. I've never been in Texas before. To be honest with you, I've never left the East Coast for real prior. I mean, outside of going to the islands and stuff, that's still in the same area if you ask me personally. So I've never been to this side of the country. And the shit was dope. Good experience. You understand? Great experience. Being around, again, like-minded people from all different areas of the country. Again, you have folks coming in from New York, where I'm at, Florida, Milwaukee, Cali, Texas, of course, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Delaware, Philly, Boston, like all over the place, man. There was folks, literally, there was a representative from all over the place. Again, different backgrounds, different personal walks, different personal opinions. Same mind, same focus, same agenda. You understand? And that's what it's all about. It's about the unity. This is why I said it again. If you missed that episode, go back in the channel, look up the one unity versus uniformity. We were united. Again, various people, various backgrounds, various different opinions, personally, but all together for a common cause, a common agenda, a common mission. There was no form of a boundary. There was no form of a separation. There was no room for all that shit, because we were filled up with the energy of unification, not uniformity. Because if it was one of uniformity on some robot shit, some Jim Jones cult-like shit, it would have not went down to the success level that it reached this weekend. It wouldn't have went down. That's period, point blank. That's a fact. It would not have went down because it would have been too much going back and forth with one another. That shit was left at the crib. This is what we've been trying to tell y'all. This is what they've been trying to tell y'all. Leave your personal stuff at the house and unite, again, on a common agenda for the common people, those who are dealing with the common issues, seeking the common solutions. Once you unite on that base right there and that base alone, and of course you add into the equation black love, because once again, you already know black love is a cure for the black nation. Once you add all that shit up, mix it all up in there nice and right, you're going to get a perfect product, man. You understand? You're going to get a perfect product. You're going to get a perfect product, no matter how big or small. Whether you got 2,000 people to count on or you got 2 people to rely on. When you got that black love in that mix, and that entire equation, you're going to get a perfect product. And that's period, point blank. You cannot run nor refute that shit. You understand? It was just something special, man. Like I said, dealing with folks from all over. You literally had the opportunity to sit down and build with the people that you read all day. The people that you have common conversations with all day. Let's keep it 100, man. Going back to the words of the late, great Gil Noble. You understand? The great Gil Noble. He always told us that the revolution would not be televised, right? A lot of people didn't understand what that meant. Step 1 to that revolution is getting your mind right, getting your act together mentally, spiritually. So when you physically step out there, it's already manifested in reality. That right there was the part that a lot of people miss. A lot of people just thought this shit is about TV and social media and all that stuff. Those are catalysts. Those are just parts. Small parts at that. Social media, it gives you an idea of who you can link up with in real life time. It gives you an idea of what this person, he or she, may be involved in. The type of mindset that they might have. The type of walks that they may be walking. The reason why I say maybe in quotations, because let's keep it 100. 90% of people on social media, i.e. Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to use, 90% of them, and this is not a slam nor diss, it's just a reality, 90% of the people do not come off their screen. 90% of the people do not walk their own block. Therefore, the people within their own areas, within their own hood, do not understand who they are, what they're about, and what they can bring to the table of the people. Now, what I will say is this. The folks that I was with, the folks that I was linked up with, locked arms with, surrounded myself with, we broke bread, we ate together, we chilled together, we parlayed together, we built together. You understand? Those folks that I was with, these are the 10%, 5%, or that small minority number, whatever you want to use, that small amount that make it happen. That small amount that's active in the hood. That small amount that the people in their hoods know of when they see him coming. That's who I was with. That's who I was banging with. That's who I was training with. That's who I was building with. And they was doing all of that with me. We was on one accord. Period. Again, that's why I always say black love is a cure for the black nation, so let's get it. When you in tune with yourself, right? I know this sounds like a repeat, but nonetheless it is what it is, because you cannot run from this equation. When you are in tune with yourself, you are going to want, you're going to have a burning desire to go out and multiply that frequency that you have with yourself with somebody that looks like yourself, because at the end of the day, the black man, the black woman, the black child are reflections of one another. If I'm seeing myself, it's because I'm seeing it through you. If you're seeing yourself, you're seeing it through me. We see it through each other. You understand? That's why we always gotta be mindful and not be hesitant. Not be hesitant to hold that mirror up to one another. Not be hesitant to G-check each other when the time and the atmosphere permits and warrants a G-check. You understand? We gotta make sure we on point. We gotta make sure that we looking out. We gotta make sure we got each other's six, aka we got each other's back. We gotta make sure all is well. We gotta make sure we all in together now. You understand? Man, like I said, just meeting up with the folks that you read all day with, it's something totally different when you actually have that FaceTime, that real deal FaceTime. You can actually reach out and embrace one another. It's something totally different than just being on the internet all damn day and spitting that shit. Anybody can spit that shit on the net. But if you take it off the net and put it into the real life, to the real streets, the real people, I'm telling you, you get a totally different product, man. Totally different product. And it's going to make you want to do this over and over and over and over and over again. till you feel like you can't do it no more. But once you continue, you're gonna realize that you're gonna keep going and going and going and going, because that black love is your motivation. That black love is what keeps you grounded. That black love is what keeps you focused. Also, I want to take this time out there to address something too. Wow. Me and the QCs, we was actually getting a bite to eat one night, right? We was out just riding around Texas or whatever, and we stopped and got a bite to eat. And while we're at where we're at, let's keep it 100. It's about 4 people at a table, right? Not us, I'm talking about what I'm observing right now. There was 4 folks at a table, 3 white, 1 black. Young black brother, he had to be no older than, I want to give him 14. I give him 14. And what we're observing, right, is myself, my fiance, my wife was right in front of me, and the rest of the homies was to the right of us, right? My right, her left. We was just sitting there chilling, eating our, like I said, eating our grub or whatever, just relaxing. And what we noticed was, like I said, that table of 4 individuals, 3 white, 1 black. When I say they was completely just, for the lack of a better word, the lack of a better phrase, shitting on this brother, disrespecting this brother, all kinds of crazy. At first, I was just observing to see how long until some sort of change was going to take place. It didn't happen until I made it happen. This is what happened. This is the scenario, right? They're joking around, quote-unquote horse playing, if you will, but they're all doing that against the brother. And he's just sitting there just eating this shit up, taking it in, pause. Right? And have you ever seen somebody like slap the shit out of somebody in the back of their neck, but then come back around a second and third time, but that third or that last time, whatever, it's a slap, but then it's a grab, like they just yoke your ass up by the back of the neck? Well, this is what happened to the young brother, right? But the whole time it's going on, they're laughing at this dude. They're not laughing with him. Meanwhile, he's taking it in. He's thinking, you know, this is participation, friendly game, playing, yada, 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 yada. And they were just joking with him. So when I saw the white dude, little white boy, yank him up by the neck, I had to act. I said, little brother, come here. Bring your little ass over here. We need to talk. We need to talk right here, right now, right here. Right? So he came over. And it's funny, he didn't hesitate. He came right on over. And his so-called friends, they were looking on. They was looking out of suspense, out of curiosity, out of, oh my God, what's going to happen? Right? That's the look that they had on their face. So I had to tell them, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This ain't out for you. Go back to your food. Do what you do. They went right back to their plate. They dropped their heads and got right back to their table, or they had their little conversation amongst themselves. But nonetheless, they stopped paying attention to what we had to do with our little brother. Because nonetheless, that's a little brother. That's our little brother. So I had to remind him that he is our little brother. I said, yo, my dude, let's keep it 100. I asked him. I said, do you not feel any type of way? You don't have some type of negative reaction to what's going on with you right now? He was lost. At first he was a little lost. He didn't understand what I was saying. So I broke it down to him. I said, you don't feel a certain way, the way this man just slapped the shit out the back of your neck? His response was, oh, those are my friends. They were just playing with me. I said, my dude, let's keep it 100. Again, do you honestly think that if you were to flip the table and play with him, pause, the same way that he was playing with you? He said, nah, I wouldn't go down like that. So I said, that shit right there should make you think. So I told him, simply and plain, you need to be careful, my brother. Be careful of the company that you keep. Be careful of the company that you keep, because right now, they don't have your best interest at heart. By far. They don't have your best interest at heart. What they have, as far as interest in their minds, a way to make sure that they are always on top when they're around you. On all levels. On all levels. You understand? They want to make sure that they're on top. They want to make sure that they're represented above you. Even if it's a joking matter, as you like to say. They're going to disrespect you. They're going to mock you. They're going to ridicule you. And then they're going to turn around and tell you that we're all good, we're all friends, and you're going to believe it, you're going to think that's the case, and you're going to try to live that shit. It's the wrong way to do it, my brother. So I told him, be careful. Be careful. Because at the end of the day, let's keep it 100. When it comes to these intermingling of relationships, whether it's a intimate relationship, social relationship, whatever the case may be, folks got to be mindful and got to be careful, man. Real talk, you got to be careful. You gotta be careful. You gotta play the game the way they playing you. You gotta make sure that your foot is out front. You got to make sure that your position is up on top, because they're not going to give you any room, quote unquote. They're not going to allow any room for you to make that decision. They're going to make that decision for you. So you need to turn around, take that same energy, that same motivation, and make the decision for yourself. You make the decision for them, if you will. You understand? Do not allow yourself to be a puppet just for the simple fact that you feel that you're embraced. Because again, this is why I asked them, do you honestly feel that that right there was a sense of camaraderie, a sense of embrace, a sense of love and friendship? It was not, and it was all over his face. It was all over his face. And I told him, look down this table. Look at everybody that you're seeing right here. You're one of us. You're one of us. I know that might be a little, you know what I'm saying, a little weird to understand and comprehend, because you think, again, you have friends. But look at their friendship that they bring to you versus the friendship that I'm pretty sure that you bring to them. I'm pretty sure yours is something totally 100% different than that which they bring to you. I'm pretty sure you're very respectful. I'm pretty sure you're very humble. I'm pretty sure you're very welcoming and embracing, etc., 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 etc. Meanwhile, you're out in public, in street, in a public restaurant, and here you got your so-called friend slapping the shit out the back of your neck. Thinking it's not illegal, family living black ain't wrong. So when I had that nice conversation with the brother, and I warned him to be careful, and he went back on his very way after we parted ways, he looked back. And just matter of fact, before he looked back, when he went back to his friends, the same thing that I thought, everybody else that I was rolling with thought. The minute he got back, they was going to get up, they was going to question him for about 5 seconds and get up out of there, because of the fact that they see the energy that we trying to bring to our people, the salvaging of our people, mentally first, and the simple fact that they saw the mental ability of that young brother, the potential mental ability of that young brother after he left having that conversation with myself. They was shook. They said, shit just might change. We got to get this brother up out of here ASAP. So what did they do? They bounced about the restaurant. They dipsat real quick, fast, in a hurry. And they also tried to make sure he did not look back through the window as they was leaving. But guess what? The brother looked back with a sense of remembrance. I'm pretty sure that will never leave his mind. Hopefully. But nonetheless, the job had to be done. The words had to be spoken. The act had to be acted upon. Because that shit right there, I could not personally allow. I just couldn't do it. Because at the end of the day, when I see these younger brothers and these younger sisters, that's exactly what they are to me. My younger brothers and my younger sisters. So I have to do what I have to do to uphold my code of conduct. Because at the end of the day, my code of conduct is a reflection of the idea, the reality that we're trying to bring forth for our people. But it was a beautiful experience nonetheless. Even with that situation, the experience that I had this weekend was just beautiful. If I could put it into one particular word, that word would have to be spiritual. And when you say spiritual, I already know folks, they hearing on with religious minds, whether they coming from the realm of Islam, Christianity, or Judaism, or whatever. I'm not talking about that type of spiritual. But for that reason, and that reason alone, I throw in another word. Mystical. It was a mystic. The atmosphere was something different for the positive. The atmosphere was something that you really can't identify per se in a given phrase or a given word for the lack. So that's why I said, for the lack of a better one, I use that one word, those two words, spiritual and mystical. But I'm pretty sure there's some other shit that I could think of that I can't think of at the moment to describe this weekend. It was just something beautiful, man. You literally had to be there. If you was not there for whatever reason or excuse, because let's keep it 100, there was plenty of excuses for the little bit of time that I did look on my timelines or whatever. All I saw was, man, I wish I was there. Man, I wish I was there. Yada, 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 yada. But again, this was about sacrifice. I told you, it was a struggle from the time I left the house, from the time me and my queen left the crib. It was a struggle to the time we got down to Texas. It was a struggle. Then once we got to Texas, it was a struggle once we were there. But again, shout out to QC RBG's because y'all looked out. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Y'all will never be forgotten off that one. Y'all a fam for real. I know who I could trust. I know who I could rely on. And that's what this weekend was about, man. Knowing who was who. Knowing who was who. Identifying your comrades from your foes. Identifying your comrades from shit talkers. Identifying your comrades from basically everybody else that's basically not about what we about. And we about to come up for the people. Not comfort within racism and white supremacy. I'm going to say that again. We're about to come up of the people. Not comfort within racism and white supremacy. You literally had to make a sacrifice to get to where we was at. To get to the level where we was at. To get to the level of intensity and spirituality and embrace that we was at. That we are still on. And we are going to continue with this energy. We're going to push that shit on out in our respective areas, in our blocks, in our hoods, in our day-to-days. We're going to keep bringing that. And I encourage you, family, those who did miss it, again, for whatever reason or excuse, I encourage you, you need to link up with the family that was there so they can put you on to some real deal shit. They can show you the real deal way. Also, something I thought that was very special this weekend. You know how we always talking about mapping shit out, right? You know how you always hear me talking about how we gotta stop the freelance and all of that, right? Yeah. Long story short, that's in the mix. That's in the workings right now as we speak. So, that's going to further allow us to identify, again, when I say comrade versus foe, it's going to allow us to identify those that are living by the code. Those that are living by the mission. Those that are living right by the people. Versus those that just want to put their name on something to say that they own something. Meanwhile, they really bringing forth a negative energy, a halting, a hesitation energy. You understand? All because they want to put their name on something. We ain't got time to worry about the names. Because at the end of the day, that's a separation right there. That's a boundary you just set up for yourself right then and there. Because if that person or the people that you're dealing with do not go by with what you think, what your opinions and what your words are, versus that of the collective people. Now it's turf war. Now it's beef. We ain't got time for all that shit, man. We ain't got time for all that shit. So we made that time. You understand? We made that time to start mapping out some structure, mapping out some discipline. Also with the discipline, I want to say big ups to all the warriors out there that came through for that early morning warrior workout. Shit was live, man. It was live. This is why I always say, man, you gotta train your body, train your mind, train your mental, and train your frame. You understand? You train your mind, then you train your frame. You gotta train, family. Train your brain, train your frame. You gotta train. And that's what we did this entire weekend, was one big ass training session. We worked out. We ate good. We thought good. We were taught good. Able to teach good. But most of all, we did it all together, man. There was no malice, man. No malice. There was no room for that. There was no need for that shit. That was the wrong place if that's the energy that you thought was going to be there. It wasn't there. The jokers wasn't there. The fakers wasn't there. The frauds wasn't there. The coon hunters wasn't there. You know who was there though? Those that are focused. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. There's nothing really else that can be said about that. The ones that were focused were the ones that was there. Because again, they made that sacrifice. They made that time. It wasn't given. They took it. They made it. And it happened. It all manifested for the good. So with that being said, family, like I said, I know I'm a little all over the place, man, but that's where my mind is at right now. It's all over the place because I'm filled with an energy right now. This shit is dope. This shit is dope. Literally, the atmosphere was something serious. It was something special, man. You felt when that wind blew, when all y'all was dancing in that sky, and that wind blew, you knew something was happening. You knew some shit was changing. You knew it. You felt it. Hell, you even saw it. So big ups to everybody that was able to have that experience. Big ups to everybody that actually saw what we all saw down there. Big ups to everybody that felt what we felt when we was down there. You understand? So with that being said, comrades, let's keep it banging. Comrades, let's keep it moving. Comrades, let's stay focused. Comrades, let's stay all in together now. Because at the end of the day, we got people to worry about. We got the family to worry about. You understand? We ain't out here on some recruitment trying to get our, you know what I'm saying, make our paperwork look good. We trying to make the hood look good. I will take that back. We all are on recruitment shit. We are. But it's not on no get down and lay down the way you think you think it may be when you hear the word recruitment. We recruiting the people. We recruiting the people. From the youngest to the oldest. Because we need all hands on deck because we all in together now. You understand? Again, that's why I always say black love is a cure for the black nation. So let's get it. RBG Weekend, man, 2015, man. The shit was on the money, man. That's all I can honestly say, man. The shit was on point, man. You needed to be there, man. You needed to be there. And matter of fact, you got 12 months, a little bit less than 12 months, you know what I mean? Because the weekend just over with. But nonetheless, you got 12 months to start your preparation now. If you say you really want to link up with the homies, you say you want to link up with the comrades, you say you want to link up with real elders that are still focused, that's guiding these youngins that are being led to be focused, then you'll start making your preparations now. You'll do what you got to do now. You got time. You got plenty of time. We need to make this thing bigger and bigger and bigger each time, each occasion. Every time that we speak, it needs to make an impact. Period. It needs to be felt. It needs to be felt. No matter where you go, folks need to know who you are, what you represent, what you bring to the table of advancement for black people. Folks need to know. They need to feel it when they see you. They need to feel the earth tremble and shake when you walking down the block, metaphorically speaking. But all of that comes in your comes by way of your actions, and that actions comes way by your speech, and your speech comes by way of your thoughts, family. You get it? What you think, you speak. What you speak, you walk. Let's start walking this shit, man. And eventually, we'll start running this shit. You dig? But in the meantime, between time, keep it locked, keep it G. I appreciate you for tuning in to RBG TV, man. You already know. Again, we keep the G. Raw and uncut. Common sense. Check out the neck piece. See that? You know who that be. Mr. Garvey. 432, you know how to represent. Black love is always the one and only cure for the black nation, so let's get it. I'm going to say that again. Black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. I'm going to say it one more time. Black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Let's take that energy, comrades. Let's ride on out. We got work to do. But in the meantime, between time, keep it locked right here to the next episode. This is RBG TV. I be's your brother Nguvo. Now you see all M. And for those that always wanted to know what that means strength and blackness in Swahili. You understand? Strength and blackness, all for the lack of a better phrase, black power. Stay tuned to the next one, man. Keep it locked, keep it G. Again, this is RBG TV. Uncle Job Saneb, who swap on black power. Bang on out, ride on out, handle the mission, don't let the mission handle you. Thinking is not illegal, living black ain't wrong. Black love is a cure for the black nation, so let's get it. Bang on out, family.